qualify for. If you have any questions, please call us at 434-2735 or visit our website at escpa.org.
Got projects in mind? A Pen Air home equity line gives you access to funds without the fees. Pen Air Credit Union. Join us.
I remember these. Will I have the money to send my kid to college? Well, that's specific. How long's that been there? 7-letter word for a bank that helps you reach your goals.
Synovus. Order for Synovus?
Thank you.
Are you Synovus?
Yes.
Are you gonna ask or should I?
A solid financial future doesn't happen by chance. Let's talk about your potential today.
Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home has been in business since 1913. Hi, I'm David Hawkins, the owner of Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home, saying we are a full-service funeral home. We offer pre-need funeral planning. We have a newly remodeled chapel and conference facility. Stop by and see us today. We have 9 vehicles, all waiting to service you. At Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home, we appreciate your stopping by. On behalf of all of our family here at Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home, thank you so much for allowing our family to serve you.
This is Prayer Perspectives by J.O. Gatson on your WBQP.
Our God in heaven, we come with expressions of love and gratitude, acknowledging you as Lord, God of all mankind. We come. And dear God, we bring our hearts to you as we pray. We're bent over towards you, dear God, for your consolation and comfort in our lives because of the struggles that we're dealing with in this current day time. Death all around us, sickness is prevalent. Families are distorted and broken. But yet we come because you are God, and besides thee, there's none other. So Lord, dear God, we've pressed our way like the woman with the issue of blood. She said, if I could but just touch the hem of his garment, I shall be made whole. This is our prayer. In Jesus' name, amen.
This is Prayer Perspectives by J.O. Gatson on your WBQP.
After an extremely cold weekend, we're starting the week on a pleasant note. Monday brings plenty of sunshine with some clouds. High temperatures will reach about 57 degrees with cooler overnight lows dropping to 37. On Tuesday, we warm things up a bit. Expect partly sunny skies through most of the day with a couple of showers possibly late in the afternoon. Highs climb to 68 degrees and lows will settle near 53. Wednesday turns a bit cooler with rain likely throughout the day. Highs will be around 61 degrees and temperatures will drop sharply overnight to 35. By Thursday, sunshine returns, but it will be clear and cold. Look for a high near 55 degrees with overnight lows falling to 29. We wrap up the week on Friday with plenty of sunshine and clear skies. Highs will reach around 59 degrees with a low of 43. Overall, a mixture of sunshine, rain, and cooler temperatures this week. This is Cheryl Mulrain with your weekly weather on WBQP TV.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it now.
Good morning, everybody. I hate Miss Shakita Payne. We had some technical issues here, so maybe Shakita may have to get to work before she won't have a job. She's going to talk about job, but maybe she got to get to work before she don't have a job, but she'll call back in a little bit. I got Jerry McIntyre.
You can squeeze in
here. I think they're over in Tallahassee, Florida this morning. I forgot about they got on the bus early this morning. Good morning, Jerry. How you doing?
Yeah. Good morning, Vernon.
You reporting from Tallahassee? All right, Jerry. All right, y'all. Must be having we're having some technical issues. All right, Jerry. I got you.
Okay. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. We're here in Tallahassee, this point, the capital right now. Probably going to lose you in a minute. It's hard to hear it here. We are getting ready to go into some legislative meetings. But can you still hear me?
Yes, I got you. Loud and clear.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see I know I'm moving a little faster with this phone, but everybody getting ready to go into the meetings. So I'll try to get back on with you in about 20 minutes.
Okay. All righty. Okay. Very good. Okay, Jerry, we'll let you go in there. Give me some shots. I know you're walking through the hallway there in the hall at the Capitol there. Tell them why you're there, Jerry.
We at the Senate. We're at the Senate building right here now, heading into the Senate chambers to address some of the issues that we think ought to be addressed. I got to catch up with the crowd now. The people I'm with, I don't see which way they are. I think they went that way, yeah. But yeah, we are on the move right now. But I got to get in. But I'll give you a holler.
Get in. Call me back a little later.
Okay,
we'll get another report. Okay.
All right then.
All right now. All right, y'all. That's Jerry McIntosh. They're reporting from Tallahassee. We've been having some internet issue here, and I don't understand what and why are we having those internet issues. It's just beyond me. But we was off the air just a few minutes ago, and now we look like we're not in full stream, but we'll have to hobble. We have to hobble right along, okay? Have to hobble right along. If Jerry, you can hear me, just go ahead and hang up, if you will, okay? If you hear me, Jerry?
Yeah.
He's at the Capitol. Okay. All right. Now, we had Miss Shakita Payne, and so we will take him, we'll take it from there. We'll have Miss Shakita. Yeah. Mr. Porter, if you're listening to me, I cannot answer the phone. Mr. Porter been calling me. I can't answer the phone right now because I'm trying to solve some other technical issues here. When the internet went out, we had to go back and reboot everything again because we're doing everything live, y'all. That's what happens when you're doing live TV, okay? Exactly what happened when you're doing live TV. So anyway, good morning. We have Miss Shakita Payne. We're going to try to get her back on the line because she was there for the jobs, and maybe I just talked too long, and then the internet crapped out on me. Okay, but in the rate that it is what it is. Okay, so I want to try to get her back on just a little bit. Okay, now I'm supposed to have Miss Gail Johnson on about 8:30 and so forth. She's going to be talking about Dance Connection, and she's going to be talking about an event that got coming up here very shortly here. Okay, and so while I'm on that subject, talk about some events that's coming up. We got Pakara Production is coming up, you guys, and we're gonna have, hopefully we're gonna have the mayor coming on around 8 o'clock time frame. I got to check to see if he's gonna come on. But in the meantime, we got Pakara Production coming on with his annual play, y'all. Yeah, his annual play. But I think this time it's called But God. This is uplifting gospel stage play going to be on March 21st. So you might want to mark your calendar for that, okay? On yesterday, we did a show with the Chapel James Museum, and they're going to have their 2026 gala. Mark your calendar. This is February 28th, okay, down at the Sanders Beach Community Center, okay? Also, I believe we're going to talk about this. This is Gail Johnson is coming on a little bit later on this morning. She's going to be talking about Dance Connection and also an event that they are giving as well. They also, this Saturday night, y'all, they're giving a birthday bash for Big John Haley down at the Speakeasy. So you might want to get on that if you love Southern Soul and blues and so forth. The National Coalition of 100 Black Women presents their Women of Excellence. Women of Excellence. I believe it's. I'm trying to find the date. It's out though. I think it's on in March 29th. So you might want to mark your calendar for that, for the National Coalition of 100 Women of Excellence event. Also, we're going to have on maybe next week the African American, the Minority Chamber. They're having their annual event sometime next month as well. We're gonna talk about that as well. Folks over in Okaloosa County and Santa Rosa County having a Black History event over in Okaloosa County called Black History Valentine Dinner. They're gonna do that. I believe it's over at I can't remember the venue they're gonna have, but we'll talk about it more as we get closer into it. They're also having the Santa Rosa County Democrats having what they call a Bad Bunny party this Sunday, y'all. Super Bowl is coming up, right? Super Bowl is coming up. They're gonna have it at Pedro over in Santa Rosa County. They're gonna talk more about that on Thursday. They also got a Black Caucus meeting on February the 18th at the CMF Center in Milton. You might want to mark your calendar for. And they have the Democratic Women's Party also going to have a meeting on the 21st at 10 a.m. at Pedro's on the 21st. The Panhandle Progressive have an event on February 28th that you might want to mark your calendar for, that you want to participate with as well. Now, every Saturday, the Escambia County Democratic Party is going to be canvassing. They're starting at 1:30 to 4 o'clock, and it's every Saturday this month and every Saturday next month. Okay. Let's talk about the day at the Capitol, which is today. That's what Jerry McIntosh was reporting on today. They're in Tallahassee doing their thing, and he's going to report back in just a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Now, Baptist-Town Quip. Okay. That is an event going to be held at the Kukua Institute. Okay. It's at 300 North Roof Street. It's going to be held on February the 20th. They're going to have a reception on the 20th, but on the 21st, they're going to have the exposition. And then around 2 o'clock, they're going to have what they call Quilt Talk. And you want to make sure mark your calendar for that. Also, Kukua Institute is having a Research Your Family, Telling Your Story. It's a genealogy workshop to help you to research and discover your ancestries and in your story. That's going to be on Saturday, February the 28th. You want to mark your calendar starting at 9 o'clock. Okay. Also, we just finished up the Ella Jordan House essay contest this past Saturday. It is playing on if you missed it, it is playing on WBQP TV as well. So you get a chance to see that. But they got other events coming up throughout the month of February. They got an old time singing along with Vera Sullivan on the 3rd. On the 11th, they got a panel discussion about the healthy mind, body, and soul. On February the 17th, they got an inspirational evangelist, Vonda Yates. Y'all know Vonda Yates. She's going to be speaking there on the 17th. And on the 24th, Life in 2026 and Beyond with Drusilla James and Minister Farmer, y'all. So mark your calendar for that. Also, if you're into jazz and you want to have a great jazz party, it's the doors. This is gone. Let me delete that and get it out of there. Okay, that's past and gone. Okay, what's coming up though is over in Okaloosa County. We're gonna have a talk show every Tuesday from 10 to 2, from 10 to 12. And we're gonna talk a little more about that as we go along here. If you like Motown music, Motown. They got tickets on sale now for the Magic of Motown, y'all. You're gonna take a journey through Motown. This includes the Temptation, the Jackson 5, the Diana Ross, and all that kind. It's going to be at the Singer Theater on March 20th, so you might want to mark your calendar for that. Defending Democracy is also we the people. They're gonna gather. They gathered in protest Saturday on January 31st, but they plan to do it again very soon. So if you into that kind of stuff, well, that's it for you. Investing in community. Mark your calendar for March 21st, 2026 at Brownville Community Center. They invest in you and your community expo. So put that on your calendar as well. And lastly, Dance Connection here is going to have what they call a Black and Silver Gala. The Silver Fox Stepper Line Dancers, y'all, is having an event in that. And Gail Johnson will be talking about that at around the 8:30 time frame this morning. So you don't want to miss that at all. Now, right around 8 o'clock, we're going to be talking to the mayor, okay? And it's what I call the city update. Yeah. And hopefully that by this time, I hope that I can find Miss Shakita Payne. I apologize because technical stuff happens. And the internet went out. We've been having internet issues. This is only as good as the internet, y'all. That's it, because everything's internet based. Okay. All right, y'all. We're going to take a commercial break. Hopefully, when we come back, we're going to be talking to the mayor of Pensacola. Okay. Stay tuned.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it now.
Looking for a moment of faith, hope, and connection? Join us for Prayer Perspectives by J.O. Gatson, live on WBQP TV and WBQP Radio. Every first Wednesday of the month from 9 to 10 p.m. Call in, share your prayer request, and receive prayer in real time. Mark your calendar starting February 4th. Prayer, Perspective, Power. Only on WBQP TV and WBQP Radio.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Call State Farm Agent Arthur Searcy for your personal price plan today.
I remember these. Will I have the money to send my kid to college? Well, that's specific. How long has that been there? 7-letter word for a bank that helps you reach your goals.
Synovus. Order for Synovus?
Thank you.
Are you a novice?
Yes.
Are you going to ask or should I?
A solid financial future doesn't happen by chance. Let's talk about your potential today.
Navigating healthcare is hard. Baptist makes it better. With convenient locations, easy scheduling, and skilled, compassionate doctors. All when you need us most. The next time you need care, let Baptist make it better. Baptist Healthcare.
Some mobile companies make it hard to get a good deal. But at Cox Mobile, we know there's a better way to save. A smarter way. That's why we run on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability without breaking the bank. You'll pay as low as $30 per line. It's a win-win. Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile.
Stash your money somewhere smarter. With 5.05% APY, Penair's high-yield checking puts your money to work and earning big. Penair Credit Union. Join us.
These new Times the Cash scratch-offs have a fun multiplier feature. They're fun. You're fun. We're fun.
Agree to agree.
Times the Cash scratch-offs from the Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Day or night, your loved ones show up for you. At HCA Florida Healthcare, we do too. Because you're the center of our family, Florida's largest healthcare family. And you'll feel it in everything we do. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you.
Need a new outfit for a special occasion? Look no further than Viola's Men's Apparel. Viola's has been providing the latest styles and accessories in Pensacola for over 20 years now. We have clothes for every occasion, and we offer consultations and group discounts. You can trust that our care, quality, and class will be unmatched. Viola's Men's Apparel, for all of your men wear needs.
Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home has been in business since 1913. Hi, I'm David Hawkins, the owner of Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home, saying we are a full-service funeral home. We offer pre-need funeral planning. We have a newly remodeled chapel and conference facility. Stop by and see us today. We have 9 vehicles, all waiting to service you. At Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home, we appreciate your stopping by. On behalf of all of our family here at Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home, thank you so much for allowing our family to serve you.
This is Prayer Perspectives by J.O. Gatson on your WBQP.
Lord God in heaven, as we come, Mama would say you have been good by us, that you've kept us and spared us and watched over us when we couldn't watch over ourselves. So we stopped by the way to give you thanks and to let you know that we're yet leaning and depending on you for all things. And dear God, you're our source. You're everything to us. And we confess to you right now of our sins, that your keeping power will keep us, that we may be overcomers in these difficult times which we face. Lord God, this is our prayer as we pray in the belovedness of Jesus' name. Our God, our Lord, our Savior, the one that was crucified, in his name we pray. In Jesus' name, amen.
This is Prayer Perspectives by J.O. Gatson on your WBQP.
After an extremely cold weekend, we're starting the week on a pleasant note. Monday brings plenty of sunshine with some clouds. High temperatures will reach about 57 degrees with cooler overnight lows dropping to 37. On Tuesday, we warm things up a bit. Expect partly sunny skies through most of the day with a couple of showers possibly late in the afternoon. Highs climb to 68 degrees and lows will settle near 53. Wednesday turns a bit cooler, with rain likely throughout the day. Highs will be around 61 degrees and temperatures will drop sharply overnight to 35. By Thursday, sunshine returns, but it will be clear and cold. Look for a high near 55 degrees with overnight lows falling to 29. We wrap up the week on Friday with plenty of sunshine and clear skies. Highs will reach around 59 degrees with a low of 43. Overall, a mixture of sunshine, rain, and cooler temperatures this week. This is Cheryl Mulrain with your weekly weather on WBQP TV.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon.
All right, everybody, good morning. Good morning. It's a little bit after 8 o'clock now. And it is time for the city update with our mayor, D.C. Reed. Good morning, Mayor. How are you?
Morning, Vernon. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Doing well. A little chilly, but I think it's warmed up just a hair. So how did you fare during this cold weather?
All right. Well, I got so used to it. I was in Colorado for a couple days, and it was like 5 degrees. Then I was in Washington, D.C., at the U.S. Conference of Mayors for a few days late last week, and it was like 5 degrees. So this is pretty warm.
You're back down in the sunshine now.
That's right. That's right. So, but it was good. I got to spend 3 days U.S. Conference of Mayors, and I've been fortunate enough to be elected by mayors all over the country to be part of the leadership group. So there's only about 30 or 40 of us in the country. We're one of the smallest cities in the United States represented there, and but you get to do cool things, and I was able to talk. Actually, the mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, was asking questions about the child care program that we're starting here, or the child care access program, and I was on a panel with Mayor Dickens in Atlanta, and we've been on panels together several times talking about public-private partnerships, how you leverage public dollars. Think about like the Bay Center. How do you leverage public dollars and make those taxpayer dollars go even further with potential partnerships in the private market? So lots to learn, lots of great ideas to bring back. Had good meetings with some of the federal agencies that we're using here in the city for big projects, whether it be the big project at the port that was announced, or even the environmental projects. We're working on American Creosote Works. And so I had a meeting with EPA about trying to really finally get that up and going. So very productive week in Washington, D.C. last week, and but certainly glad to be back in the relative sunshine state, as you said.
Well, very good, very good. Now, between me, you, and the fence post, I ain't gonna tell nobody.
Okay.
Who's gonna be our next chief of police?
Well, unfortunately, I'm on here with you, so unless only a fence post is watching, then it sounds like it'll be more than that. I think it'll be coming, very, very shortly. Obviously, it's a extremely difficult decision, and you've got three good candidates, and we have to make the decision that's in the best interest of public safety of our community. It's probably the most important hire that any mayor makes in whatever city that they are leading. And so, we certainly, with me being gone out last week, we certainly haven't been in a rush necessarily, because it's not a rush decision. And so and if you recall, during our public facing interview process, not only did we have a town hall to answer the questions from the public, we had the formal interviews. We had a very gracious, very intelligent, smart panel of people for those formal interviews. And then we all three met with the faith community all over the city. They met with the business community. They met with PPD officers. So, that's not just some dog and pony show that we're doing just for the sake of doing it. I mean, that's a lot of people investing their time in this community to try to help us make the best decision. So we want to respect that, right? I want to hear from those people that ask questions. a faith leader is going to ask a different question than top of mind than I might think of, right? That's why we're doing it. It isn't just for meet and greet. It's for these different perspectives to all be able to ask questions about whether it's the faith community, whether it's young people in our city, just positions and philosophies on different things. And so, that's a lot of folks to try to circle back with, right? And get their opinion on. And so that's what I mean is we haven't been in a rush to do that because we certainly want to respect all the people who invested their heart and time and energy into that process. So that took a little extra time as well, but we should have a decision this week.
I know the decision's going to be tough because you got 3 well-qualified individuals there. So,
yeah.
Good luck.
And listen, that's a good problem to have, right? I mean, we want good people, and it's certainly a compliment to this community that we have 3 good people, 1 internal candidate, 2 external candidates that are applying for the job, right? There might be a lot of communities in this country where you wouldn't get any quality candidates because of maybe how things are going in that particular community. And so I certainly take that as a compliment that we have the luxury of picking from 3 people that all certainly can do the job, but all certainly have different strengths and weaknesses. And that's, again, what makes it more complex. You got some external candidates that certainly have more experience as a chief, as a deputy chief in larger cities. And you've got an internal candidate that certainly knows the community and is going to be more, closer to the community than any external candidate would be. And so therein lies the difficulty of the decision. And at the forefront of my mind, bottom line is, are we a safer community tomorrow than we were today based on that decision? And that's got to be our sole focus. It isn't, who it isn't where you're from. It doesn't, how big a city you've been. That's not the measuring stick. We're making the decision that makes us a safer community, period. And that's got to be our primary focus.
Okay, I want to switch gears just a little bit and talk about that Doge report.
Sure.
That you got. Number 1, do you agree with it? And number 2, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, the report itself certainly had no surprises from the things that have already been discussed. And as usual, we didn't hear anything from anybody ahead of time. No, hey, check this and see if it's accurate. No, this was just, I got it at the same time you guys got it. And, so in my opinion, you got to take that with a grain of salt. What is the motive here? Is this an actual audit, or is this for some other circumstance? And so, case in point, I believe the audit took place in August 18th, August 19th. It says it in the report, and they spent most of the report talking about the show at the Sanger in December. So, in other words, I'm not sure exactly what the goal is, but let me tell you what we're going to do with it. We're going to keep running the city, and we're going to keep running the city. And they mentioned raises in there. Yeah, it's because we were paying our blue collar workers, our sanitation workers, our landscapers. When I got here, we were paying them $12 an hour, and we were wondering why there's 18 openings. And anybody who's run a business knows that you have to stay competitive in the market. We've never had that problem again because we're paying people respectfully, in the way that they should be. So when those salary increases that were mentioned in the Doge report, for example, my rebuttal to that is 75% of that lift, 75% of it went to people making less than $50,000 a year. So when we're focused on trying to create quality of life for everybody in our community, if you want to criticize me for that, then go ahead. But the bottom line is, you as citizens have an expectation for us to do our best to cut the grass on time at the parks, to cut the tree limbs back, to pick up your garbage on time. All of those things that you should expect from a city, from a mayor, from a city government. And what we weren't going to do is continue to pay at the 20th percentile in the nation, meaning 4 out of 5 cities when I got here paid better than we did. I mean, and that's just not acceptable, especially for folks that are trying to put food on the table and all that. And so, criticize pay raises all you want. We went and studied it. We didn't just guess. We went and compared ourselves nationally. We have thousands and thousands of sheets of Excel spreadsheets, that analyzed and cross-analyzed all of this. I'm a data-driven guy, I'm a fact-based decision maker, and that's what we did. So, bottom line is, how has that report changed our function of what I'm doing today versus yesterday? None. And they certainly have their right to criticize or discuss whatever they want, the state government, and they have that right. We've worked with them. I don't even know how many hours we spent working with them. That would probably have been pretty expensive too if you add up all those hours. But nonetheless, we'll continue to forge ahead, making the best decisions for the citizens of Pensacola. Period.
Well, it's advisory in nature anyway. Are there any requirements on your part to take any action?
Not necessarily. Obviously the state government's got some, certainly has some authority. But I mean, at this point, again, they came in for 2 full days. We made dozens of staff available. Just again, if you add up just the cost to the taxpayer of that whole audit itself, it would be pretty expensive in comparison. And so, look, philosophically is where I agree. We should always be as efficient as possible.
Right.
And I look at those things at the city. Let me give an example. An example is we have about the same number of employees today as we did 5 years ago. And that's a good metric, right? Because if you start to see that you've got 100 more employees, 200 more employees, than you did 5-6 years ago, you might be thinking, okay, well, man, instead of making things run more efficiently, you're just kind of throwing money at the problem. And whether you're running a business or you're running the city, that should be something that you're looking at is making sure that those things are staying equal. What we did is we invested in quality. And I would rather have 2 really hardworking guys getting rewarded and respected for their work than have 3 mediocre guys out in the field. And so when we made those pay raises, especially for folks making less than $50,000 a year, that's what our focus was. So no, I mean, I think, at this point it's kind of their opinion, and certainly they have the right to share it. We have opinions on a lot of these issues as well, that may not be in agreement with what's in the report, but they have their right to their opinion, and we certainly have a right to ours. And I can say, bottom line, we stand behind the performance of what we're doing and trying to keep an eye out for the taxpayer dollar.
I always wondered who Doge. Because it seems to me that's quite a bit of taxpayers' money that may not go anywhere.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. There's a lot of conversation about property tax and a lot of misperception about property tax, just kind of not necessarily with the Doge report. But, what I find interesting is there's not a whole lot of conversation about the state sales tax. So when you go buy things, you pay 7.5% sales tax in the city of Pensacola. 1.5 cents stays for local option sales tax and other things. 6 of that 7.5% go to fund the state budget. It always has. And again, we're looking really hard at cities and counties and saying, well, how are they using their property tax? I mean, I don't know when the audit is for the 6% of sales tax. I'll be kind of curious to see how, when that happens. So, look, again, bottom line, if I went to another city, and I took over as mayor, there's going to be things that I might do differently, but, in any given city, right? But, I came into this job as a business owner. I treat it that way, meaning I don't mean that there isn't an enormous human element to this position and to city government. You're not in it to make money. You're in it to spend your money, the city taxpayers' money, as wisely as possible. And so we certainly keep our eyes on those metrics to respect the taxpayer dollar. We always do that. And every decision we make, we can defend it. In terms of, as I mentioned a minute ago, what's the use of paying somebody less money when nobody's taking the job?
Right.
Because you know what happens then? We go hire outside people and we pay them way more money to cut the grass because we don't have anybody inside to cut the grass. So you're not saving money at all. As a matter of fact, you're actually spending more money having to pay an outside contractor to come in and do it because you don't have the feet on the street to get it done. And those are the types of decisions as a business owner that you make, is to say what's good for right now that puts us in a better position to be successful. So again, to each their own. State can have opinion, the CFO can have opinion. Certainly respect their ability to do that, but so can we. And so we just might differ on those opinions.
Well, I think Some of it is my opinion. I got an opinion too, and I think a lot of it is political, but we'll leave it at that. Now, how is reimagining Palafox coming along?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, thanks for asking. It's great. It is, we're about a month in, still on time, scheduled for a May 24th completion. And there's really a few cool things happening out there. Number one, I've heard from lots of business owners down there that they've done as well, if not better, actually, during the month of January in sales. That was the big kind of scare tactic with a small group of folks that, oh my gosh, if the streets close, no one's going to come down here. Well, if you've been down there on any Saturday or Friday or whatever, I think once people realize, it's one thing to say the sidewalk's going to be open, and I think people envision this big, nasty construction project and that, but when you go down there in reality and you see how wide the sidewalks are and there's plenty of room, it really doesn't change your experience. The only difference is you can't drive your car down Palafox Street. You can still walk across the construction site. They've got it sectioned off. And really our downtown's become so busy that if you're going to dinner on a Friday or Saturday night, or you're going to walk around at the market, you're not circling around looking for one of the 10 parking spaces on Palafox Street. You're parking somewhere else and you're walking there, parking in the garage and walking there. So, honestly, folks' interaction hasn't really changed other than just not being able to physically drive their vehicle down Palafox Street. So I think people notice that. One really cool thing, Vernon, that anybody who hasn't been down there since the construction ought to just go take your morning walk or afternoon walk down there. That's really cool to see. Is there's so many kids with their faces pressed up against the chain link fence, watching the bulldozers, take a big chunk of asphalt that's longer than me, taller than me, and dropping it in the dump truck. And I joke and say it's only kids. Actually, I saw a few adults out there looking about the same way, because guys, and dead serious guys that are in residential construction that I know. I'm walking down Palafox to go to lunch, and there's watching it like kids, and so you don't normally get an interaction with a construction site that close, especially a road that and so not only are the sidewalks wide, I think it's kind of fascinating for people to see it happening in real time. This road that we all know and love, and seeing it all torn up and all that work happening. And then the third thing, Vernon, on it that I think's been really good is they're moving quick. We said that we would do it, and you saw, full demolition now. All that asphalt and concrete for 5 blocks is out. And probably the best compliment we've gotten so far since it started is they're like, oh man, how are they moving so fast on Palafox and not as fast on Garden Street? And I didn't say it. It was someone else. They said, well, this one's a city project. That one's a state project. And of course, I kind of enjoyed that. That wasn't my official opinion, but it is kind of true. This is a city project. We promised it would get done quick, and it's moving really quick.
Okay, now when it's all said and done, what are the differences going to be? What can we imagine it's going to look like when it's all finished?
Yeah, so really the 3 main focuses are safety, stormwater, and accessibility. Those are the 3 things that will change. First, in safety. What we mean is, this is a crazy world that we live in now. Unfortunately, when you have gatherings on these busy streets and all that, unfortunately, we see the news every so often. You remember last New Year's Eve, New Year's morning in New Orleans, the issues that happened there and the tragedy that happened there, that we really need to set up Palafox for the next generation. So not only are we getting ready to put in, the bollards won't go in phase 1. We're looking to get those funded through the state or through the federal government. But at each intersection, there's other safety enhancements. For example, think about raised planter beds that if someone, God forbid, was driving a vehicle or something like that would actually prevent that vehicle from going any further. There's other safety things like the crosswalks are actually on grade with the sidewalk. So in other words, instead of stepping down off the curb into the street and then having to step back up, meaning that the road is built for the car, now when Palafox is done, you will actually see crosswalks that are on the same level as the sidewalk. So it's a speed bump for the car. So that will now slow down vehicle traffic and kind of give it back to the pedestrian. We see how busy it's become for pedestrians. Stormwater, if you go out there this morning or this week, you will see the enormous concrete pipes that are sitting out in the road right now. that we can take on 100,000 gallons more of stormwater with with this project. And what does that mean? What that means is we could take a bucket and we could drop a 1 inch of rain on the entire road, 5 blocks of the entire road, 1 inch of rain immediately. And it would absorb that much more rain than we did previously. So we have 48 stormwater outlets, all of that. And then lastly is ADA compliance. None of our Palafox Street has 0 ADA compliance. So if you're in a wheelchair, you're in a walker, you're on crutches, we are woefully behind in making it accessible. We have sidewalks where you would roll up in a wheelchair. You'd have to stop your wheelchair in the road, and then turn to the left somehow, and then go up, and then you're running into a pole for the awning. It's just not accessible at all. And so safety, stormwater, and accessibility are going to be the 3 biggest things that you're going to see.
What about bike lane? You maintaining that?
Yeah, so there's 2 different ways to look at that. We did examine. I actually asked for it personally to see if there needed to be a separated bike lane. The decision was no, one, from a kind of a space standpoint, but secondly, those other things that I just talked about that we're going to change, the pedestrian safety features, where now really the road we're kind of giving it back to the bicyclist and the pedestrian. Not fully. There obviously car traffic will be going. The biggest question I get, are parades going to go down Palafox? Yes, they'll still be able to go down Palafox Street. But when you slow the traffic down, now it's really a shared road with the bicyclist. So all of our traffic engineers looked at it and said, hey, if we're putting in all these safety features that are going to really slow people down, the extra cost and infrastructure of then also having a separated bike lane, where you need those separated bike lanes, and we're going to put them in, actually, Vernon, is on think of Bayfront Parkway, where you've got traffic moving so quickly, 45, 50 miles an hour. That's where that bicyclist or that jogger needs that separation. But when you've got traffic only going 15, 20 miles an hour with speed bumps, the idea is you're sharing the road with those pedestrians. So we'll still accomplish that goal. We'll just be able to do it in a little more efficient way than having to do a separated lane.
Okay, now last question. I got to get on to my next guest, but while we're on the subject of bikes, e-bikes present a special problem. Is the city considering regulation covering e-bikes and the types? And I know they got different categories of e-bikes and so forth. I can't imagine some of them that run 40 miles, 30 miles an hour running down Palafox. And that's question number 1. Question number 2, are we still going to have 2-way lanes on Palafox?
So the second one's easy. Yes. 2-way. You will still be able to drive down Palafox. And again, you're just going to be going a little slower because you're going to have speed bumps. And we actually narrowed the lanes from 12 feet to 11 feet. And when you narrow lanes, all human behavior shows you that you actually slow down because you're like, oh, it's kind of tight here versus it feeling comfy like a big old interstate lane, which is what it was before. So all of, yes, absolutely. You'll have 2 lanes. In the instance of e-bikes, we've seen them. This is one of those classic cases that happen over time in every city, every state, which is where technology is kind of outpacing the rules of the road. And what we have right now is technically it's legal for an 11-year-old to get on an e-bike that goes 30 miles an hour. Now, if that e-bike looked like a motorcycle, that they'd be pulled over in about 5 seconds, going 30 miles an hour, same speed.
Yeah.
But just because it looks like a bicycle, it's kind of allowed right now. And not because anybody's doing anything wrong. It's just technology has gotten so far. And so my biggest concern is, I got an 11-year-old, and I'm sure she'd love to be riding up and down on one of those bikes too. But they call them class 3 e-bikes. Those are the ones that go faster than 20 miles an hour. And again, you're starting to talk about a 50cc dirt bike, like that type of speed. And that certainly requires a license and all of that kind of stuff. Why wouldn't this? And so, as I joked when I brought this up, I'm not trying to be a fun sponge. I'm a fun guy. I'm not trying to take away anything from the kids having a good time out there. But you are putting not only yourself in danger, but you're putting drivers in danger. And this was really sparked by a very tragic incident happening in our city with someone, younger on one of these faster bikes. And so I think the state, to be honest, Vernon, I think the state legislature is already going to be bringing forward rules for all cities And there's already several cities in Florida that have taken this on. So a little more work to do in the city attorney's office on this, but we are going to be proposing some control, maybe being age 15 or older. At least you might have a learner's permit where you know the rules of the road versus a 10-year-old or an 11-year-old that doesn't know anything about right turns or four-way stops or yield signs or anything like that. So we're going to try to find that happy medium. And again, I would fully expect that the state legislature is going to probably be taking it on this session as well.
All right, Mayor, I want to be respectful of your time, and thank you so much for coming on. Folks, this is Mayor D.C. Reeves, City of Pensacola, coming on every Tuesday at 8 a.m. so we can get the city update directly from the mayor himself or one of his associates. What they call them? They're the administrators,
yeah,
right?
City administrator,
right?
My man Cliff
usually come on.
Yeah, he comes on here too.
Yeah. Mayor, I also got Deidre's schedule, so we can teach people on how to apply for government contracts and stuff like that as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. She's the best at it. So yeah. I'm glad you're getting her on. But thank you so much for having me on. Absolutely.
All right, Mayor. Thank you. All right, y'all. That's Mayor D.C. Reed. We're going to move on to our next guest this morning, which is Miss Gail Johnson. She's the instructor for Dance Connection, and she teaches old folks, new folks, and all the folks on how to dance. Good morning, Gail.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing just fine. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate that.
All righty. I see you don't have your light on, but that's all right. We will we'll endure anyway.
Can you see me?
Huh? Yeah, I see you.
Okay.
But you know what I always talk about. And one thing about video, lights, camera, and action is most important thing. So that when you look at television, it's perfect. It's always perfect. They got the perfect lighting, they got the perfect sound, they got perfect everything. And so when people look at local TV, they kind of expect the same thing. Well, how come you don't look like they do on the real TV or something like that? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Miss Gail, that's why I always encourage people to use lights and mics and be in a good Wi-Fi environment when they on the show here. But anyway, let's talk about Dance Connection.
I got my light on.
That's a lot better. Better. So I can see your face. Your face don't look so washed out and so forth. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now, I understand that you got an event coming up. Can you talk to us about your event? Now, well, first of all, before we get into that, let's talk about Dance Connection in general. What is Dance Connection? Explain to the folks that may not have heard of Dance Connection. Tell me what it is, what you do, and why you do what you do.
Well, first of all, I love to dance. You ought to know that. Dance Connection is a group where we have couple dance, all different styles of dance. You got stepping, you got swing out, you got urban ballroom, and also you have line dances. So we go different places, we go out of town to learn these dances, to bring them back here in our area to spread it out so everybody can see what we learn. So it's basically a community group, and for everybody to get out and dance and have fun, go to parties. We're party starters. That's what we say. We're party starters. And it's basically learning, getting people to come in and learn the steps, not only just couple, but line dance. Line dances are big now. And we still doing that. We still doing the line dance. So Dance Connection, we've been over 15 years doing the same thing. We still moving, still thriving.
Can I be a testimony? Now, don't be laughing at me, because I know I'm a non-dancer, y'all. I never thought I could learn how to dance, and it was a challenge. And thanks to you, you eventually taught me how to dance. And but I tell the story. I tell the story all the time, Gail.
Yeah.
And as simple as it sounds, but non-dancers don't think about this. And what resonated with me one day, you got frustrated with me because I couldn't do the dance. And you said to me one day, Vernon. Now, a baby that can't talk, when they hear music, they move to the beat of the music. So
that's right, the heartbeat.
You got to move to the beat of the music. I've been listening at words. I'm like, maybe, people that can't dance, maybe because they're listening at the words and not the beat of the music. When you told me about, well, move your feet and move your body to the beat of the music, it was a game changer for me. I didn't know that. As crazy as that sound, I did not know that.
Yes, that is so true. That is so true. You just have to keep moving. And it's something that, that a lot of us don't realize is that it's patient. You have to take your time. You're not going to learn it in one day. You're not going to learn it in a month. It takes time. You have to stay at it. And once you build up that courage and learn that the step that you already knew and it came together, it just makes all sense. It all comes together. And that's what happened to you. It just took you a minute. And that's, that's what happened to a lot of us. Some of us learn faster than others, but you just don't give up on it. And it is something that you want. I tell people all the time, if you really want this, you have to stay at it. You have to really stay at it.
And two things you told me, two challenges with your sister. I'm not going to call the sister's name, but one sister you told me was just like me, couldn't dance, but you've taught her to dance. And then you got a sister that's blind, and you taught your blind sister to dance. And I said, now she can teach those two. And I saw the results of that. Maybe I can learn to dance too.
Yes, that's right.
I am. And I can dance. I'm proud of it. I always wanted to be able to, get down with the get down. So,
and also you can be dancing with a blindfold. I've taught people to dance blindfold, and it's just the feel. It's just like going in the park, holding your loved ones, you're holding hands. He's the leader. He's taking you where he wants you to go, and you following him. And that's all it is with the dance. You just pay attention and go with your steps. One, if you can move, you can dance. It just takes a little time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, I know Dance Connection is responsible for teaching people how to do ballroom dancing and stepping and all kind of dances, okay? But the dance now that taking the country by storm is the line dance. I had a line dance thing for you, but I'm scared to play it, because I've been having internet issues, and when y'all did the boots on the ground. Just how easy that is. I had that video queued up for me, but I've been having some technical issues, so I'm gonna let well enough alone because it'll start freezing up and everything. So I don't want to mess with that. And I had your flyer as well. But now one of the things that you want to talk about this morning, you're talking about teaching people to dance. You teach them at all levels and all ages. So you got a group of senior citizens that you teach to dance as well, right? You call those the Gray Fox Stepper. Talk to me about that group.
It is the Silver Fox Steppers. We meet every Tuesday from 12:30 to 1:30 at the Woodlands. Age 50 on up. My oldest is 83 years old, still moving. We also do a donation. The donation goes towards the birthdays. We do birthdays quarterly. And also our colors are yellow. So we are the Silver Fox Steppers. And when I tell you these ladies have progress, that's why we're having our first event, which is going to be March the 7th. And it's going to be at the Improv. That's 375 North Pace Boulevard. And it's going to start at 5:00. You also have a buffet dinner, prizes, and a special guest from Atlanta, Georgia, Sarah LaSoul. Great singer. And, plenty prizes and dancing, and Dance Connection will be performing. Also, the Silver Fox Stepper, what they learned during the year, they will be doing Bad Girl. They love that line dance. So tickets are $50. It's a lot going on that night. We have an awesome DJ, DJ Maestro. He keeps you dancing, keeps you on the floor. Also, we have 50-50 drawing Different prizes, again, good prizes. We got a big prize. It's a big stereo with different things that with the Bluetooth, all different things that go with it. But it's a nice prize, and we're looking forward to it, and they are too. So we're ready. We're ready to rock.
I understand that you want to get many people there as you can, and if you're a business or an individual, if you want to sponsor a senior, some seniors can't afford to go. Okay. And
yes.
The WBQP is going to sponsor a couple people. So we requesting everybody else to sponsor somebody. If you don't want to go, buy a ticket and sponsor a senior. If you want, are tables available to buy tables as well?
Yes, tables are available, and it's going pretty good. We do have people out there that are sponsoring people to go. So I did reach out to some of the community center. I did talk with some of them, and I'm giving them 2 tickets. So we do have Fricker Center, we have Cobb Center, we have the Woodland, and I'm trying to get one more center. And we're taking those tickets to those community center, and they're excited about it. I talked to them, and they are excited about it.
All right. When is this event?
It is March 7th.
March 7th. We need to mark it down. What time on March 7th? You give me the 5 dates on when, where, and how.
Okay. So it's going to be at the Improv on Pace Boulevard. That's 375. That's Doug's place.
Mm-hmm.
It starts at 5. Dinner's going to start at 6. It ends to 10. 9 to 10 is going to be our little after party.
And
then the prices are $50. Price of $50. It is semi-formal, silver and black semi-formal.
Silver and black.
Yeah. Okay. And so, we just getting ready for everybody to come in and support. It's going very well. I'm surprised, so we do have some people that have sponsored for different business. So I'm impressed.
So what do we expect when we get there?
Oh man. Expect laughter.
Other than, I know that we're going to eat.
Yeah.
What else?
Laughter, prizes, entertainment again, Sarah LaSoul. We also gonna perform, also have everybody else to get out and dance. Also, we'll be teaching some line dance.
Silver Fox Stepper gonna do their thing?
Yes. Dance Connection will perform, and the Silver Fox Stepper, they will be doing Bad Girl line dance.
How can you just name them Silver Foxy Steppers?
Well,
okay, but anyway,
they chose that name. I mean, we had a vote, and that's what came up. That's what came up. They liked it, and it's been rolling ever since.
Yeah,
and we also on Facebook. Every time we go on Facebook, we get this. I mean, we get a lot of thumbs up. Everybody love it. They love it.
Yeah. Now, if somebody is a senior that wants to, well, they don't necessarily learn to dance, but that's good exercise as well. They meet you every Tuesday. What's the day of the week and where again?
Every Tuesday at the Woodland. Yeah, every Tuesday at the Woodland. Mm-hmm.
What time?
From 12:30 to 1:30.
12:30 to 1:30. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I also have a Wednesday class. That's Dance Connection class. It's at the studio 8130 Pensacola Boulevard. It's a little bit before you get to Detroit.
Okay.
So that's on Wednesday. Well? Yes, that's line dances from 7 to 8.
Yeah. Okay. That's every Monday?
That's on Wednesdays.
Every Wednesday.
From 7 to 8. It's an hour.
Okay. Now, on Tuesday, is during the day for the Silver Fox Steppers, okay? Right. If one wanted to become a Silver Fox Steppers, is there any limitation or restriction? You have to be, if I'm 15 years old and I want to be a Silver Fox Stepper, can I be? If I'm a man, can I be a Silver Fox Stepper?
You have to be a senior. Yeah.
Gotta be a senior.
We say 50 on up, yes. Yes.
okay.
And the reason why is because of our timing and the movement. I make sure that we don't put too much on our knees, ankles. You know, we have socks for that. It moves, so you'll be able to move real smooth, make turns. Also, the fans keep you cool down. We have the fans, and it's, you know, it's with the music, and it helps out.
Popping that fan?
Yeah, they pops the fan. They do. They love to pop the fan.
They pop the fan.
Yeah. So it's you know, we want to keep it down. We want to keep it basic. You still learn good line dance, old and new. So, you know, if you go back and the teenagers, they want a little speed. We don't want that speed. We want to keep it basic.
On your Wednesday class, it opens to anybody, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To anybody. That's Dance Connection. Yes.
Okay. So that is on.
That's Wednesday. That's every Wednesday from 7 to 8 o'clock. It's going to be 8130 Pensacola Boulevard.
8130.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is there a cost to it?
That cost is $8.
$8. And you meet there every...
It's a little more movement now. It's a little more movement, especially if you want to learn high-tech line dance. You know, you're going to, not as fast. We still basic, but we're a little bit more advanced than the seniors.
Okay. Alrighty then. Is there anything else that you want us to know about?
Well, I just want everyone to come out. The reason why I do this is to leave a legacy so this can continue to go and not die. And for everyone to come to just try it. Just if you don't like it, it's okay. Just come and get some workout. I mean, it's just by donation, seniors. Just by donation, just come in and just have fun. And I do every week. I have a new student every week. For the first time last week, we had a young man to come in. Oh my God, he was hilarious. He enjoyed it. All he did was move, and that's all we doing is just moving. And we going by the beat. You know, we teach them the walls, the quarter turn, the half turn. They need to know that. And also, he was everywhere with it, but he said he's coming back. So I think it's a great thing to come in and have something to do and something to look forward to. Not only being a student, but a friend. You know, we all, everyone there enjoy each other. And so I just pray to God that I continue doing what I love to do.
All righty then. I sure wish I could find that video that I had downloaded for you so you can see these old folks are not so old. They can get down.
Yeah.
And everything.
That's right.
So yeah.
That's right. And a lot of times people think that, you know, you line dance, you can lose weight. You can, but you still have to eat right. But the thing about line dance is being toned. Everybody want to be toned, you know. It just keep your shape. And it really do. If you continue doing it, I've seen it. I lived it. I wear it. So it's something that if you want to think about it, you know, this is a new year. You know, I want to feel better about myself. I want to start looking good. I want to be able to get out and do things. I want to be able to go to parties and know the dance and get out there and get on the dance floor. When I say it changed your personality and everything about you, what I've seen is being an instructor, it changes you. It really do. It motivates you. So it is nothing that I'm telling you to do. Just try it out just to see if you like it.
So you can do it. So if it's for everybody, you're going to be like these folks here, right?
Well, I think that's us. That is my group.
I know.
See the fans? And every day that gym is full. Every time we come on Tuesday, it's full. It's class. Always new people. Come every Tuesday.
Regardless of age, huh? So the silver foxes can do it, the young foxes can do it, everybody can. Old men, young men, children.
That's right.
Everybody.
That's right.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what you can expect.
And they thought that was the hardest dance to learn. And the thing is, you just have to keep coming. You know, and you're not you're not going to learn it in 1-2 days a week. It just takes time.
Yeah. Wow.
Some of them couldn't do it at all. Now all of them is on point. And they started when we first started. We started last year in January the 13th. And now it's a year, and we're going to put it out there and put it on the dance floor.
All right. Well, very good. Now you're going to have a professional singer there, right?
Yes.
Miss Sarah LaSoul. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And she's from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah. And she's
sort of jazzy R&B.
Okay. And now as I can remember, when I was in the dance class, she used to play music that you can do urban ballroom and Chicago step into and that kind of stuff. So she still plays that.
Don't forget we have a line dance to that.
Kind of music.
Don't forget we have a line dance to that.
You got a line dance to that?
So don't leave us out.
Oh, really? You got a line dance to Sarah LaSoul's song? That line dance?
You're my everything. You're my everything. That's that line dance.
Oh, shucky ducky now. Really?
Yeah. Yes.
This is the lady right here, Sarah LaSaul.
Yes.
And so you got a line dance to this song here, right? I'm not going to play too much of it because it's copyrighted music. And YouTube don't like us to play copyrighted music. You got a line dance to that. What's the name of the line dance?
Yes, that song, You're My Everything.
You My Everything. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we sure do. Our seniors.
Okay, you're going to have to get you a blues hound line dance somewhere along the way.
Oh, and look, it's by steps. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
You know, one of the things I learned in the dance class, Gail, when you're ignorant, you just ignorant. When I looked at the line dance, I thought you had to remember 1,000,000 steps. You know, I said, how can people remember all those steps? But actually, it's only 4 or 5 steps you just repeat over and over again. Only thing you can remember. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's because I'm ignorant.
Well, I think what the problem is when I teach is when they change walls. They turned around.
Right.
So that's why I teach walls and I explain to them where wall 1, 2, 3, and 4 is. And then I'll tell them they'll make a quarter turn to wall 4 to your left. And then they start figuring it out and they came together.
So it all look different, but it's a rouge. It's kind of, it all look different, but it all the same, really. You just repeat those steps over and over again.
You're dancing in a square.
Wow.
That's all you're doing. Just dancing in a square, going to the walls with 32 count. 32 counts is just like your steps. You just break them up. You break them up in 4s. You break them up in 8s. And once you do that, and you'll figure it out. Okay. And really, I wouldn't say it's just that easy. It's not complicated. That's all I got to say. It's not complicated.
All right, y'all. That's Miss Gail Johnson of Dance Connection. Dance Connection been around for about 15 years, 16 years. Started in 2009. I remember it well.
Yeah.
So if you want to learn to dance, trust me, I'm a testimony that they can teach you to dance. Trust me. If you want to get out there and dance, you want to do more than just the freestyle and no two-stepping that you've been doing. If you want to go out and try to impress people with urban ballroom or Chicago stepping, or the Philadelphia Bop, or the Dallas
swing
Fort Worth
out.
swing out,
Old school
just
swing
the
out.
old school swing out, line dancing, all kind of dancing. They can teach you to do that, and plus it's a lot of fun. You get a lot of cardio out of it, and
your steps
and friendship, and that you can soar when you by this camaraderie thing with good friends that last for lifetime.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Miss Gail. Right. Any last things that you want to tell folks about Dance
just
Connection?
Remember about the March 7th, Silver Fox Stepper first event. I'm looking forward to it. Come out and support them. They're so excited. And also we're going to have a queen. We're going to find out who's going to be the queen for the year. So I forgot to tell you that we're definitely going to have a queen. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a drawing.
This. What's the criteria to be a queen fox? You just have to be foxy, or what?
No, it's coming to the center every Tuesday on time. Friendly, committed. Okay. And then your name goes in the box. And gotcha. So, and once we do that, the drawing, we'll do that night before everything starts, because that's going to be her night. That whole night is going to be about her. Yes.
Okay. All right, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be on March 7th down at the Improv. Get your tickets now, early now. Speaking of that, how do they get the ticket? Go to the community centers again? Is it on Eventbrite? How do they get all the tickets?
Yeah, I'll leave some with you, Blues Hound. They can get some from you. They can get them at Improv. And also, let me give you my phone number, and you can call me, and I'll get the ticket to you. My phone number is 850-525-1923. That's 525-1923.
Okay, 850-525-1923.
Yes.
Okay, that they can get them. And now, if you want to sponsor a person or a table, call them the same thing. You can sponsor it as well.
Yes. Yes, call that number. Yes.
Right. Well, do a senior a favor. You come and you bring somebody with you, particular senior that you're willing to share the night with. So on March 7th, put it on your calendar. Thank you, Gail.
Yes, and it is an experience. It is an experience when you come there. It is. It's a lot of fun. Everybody come there for the first time, talk about how they enjoyed themselves.
So what night of the week is it? Friday night or Saturday night?
It's a Saturday night. March 7th is a Saturday.
That's good. I take my baths on Saturday night so I can be smelling good when I come there. I get my weekly Saturday night bath and get my dance on.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Gail. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
okay?
All right.
Hey, y'all. That's Miss Gail Johnson, y'all, of Dance Connection. They are planning to have a line dance party, a ball that you sure definitely don't want to miss. Okay. So if you plan on going, give a call at 850-525-1923. Okay. To get your ticket, go to the center, see me, see her, go to the dance class. You can get the ticket. If you are a company and you want to sponsor somebody, if you're an individual, if you want to sponsor somebody, do so. You can buy tables in the whole 9 yards. So we'll see that. Put it on your calendar, March 7th. We thank Miss Gail. All right, y'all. I'm about to run out of time here. So Gail, thank you very much. Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. All right, y'all. We got to get out of here. My time is about up. We had some technical issues, y'all. And I will jollipize for it. And I am jolly. Okay. I ain't in burnt corn no more. So I don't have to say jollipize. I can be professional and say my apologies, even though it was beyond my control. But when you're doing live shows, things happen, okay? And so expect that. And as my grandmom used to say, just take it with love and everything. So y'all tell everybody about the Mornings with Vernon. Get your coffee cup every Monday through Friday at 6:30 to 9 a.m. We got different guests on. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We're gonna have several people on tomorrow so that you can feel what you need. Okay, we got Okaloosa County. We got folks from Okaloosa County coming on, telling about what's on inside Okaloosa County. Let me look at my schedule. We have Mr. Ellison Bennett is coming on. He's going to tell us what's going on in Pensacola. We got Mr. Charles Thornton coming on. He's going to tell us about what's going on in the Republican Party. We got a lot of good things going on tomorrow. Jill Daggs will be on from Okaloosa County, telling us about inside Okaloosa. And more importantly, we're going to have Ms. Deidre Londra. She is from the city of Pensacola. If you want to do business with the city of Pensacola, she will tell you how to do business with the city of Pensacola and get Pensacola contracts and so forth. All righty, y'all. Excuse me. I got to get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow, y'all. Same time at 6:30. So tell everybody about this show, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Love you. All right.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it now.
Start your day with Mornings with Vernon on WBQP, Monday